Hi guys, I see people are starting to show up now. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining. Hope your Wednesday is going well. Hope you're having a productive day. My day has been, I don't know, pretty productive, I guess. I guess I have nothing to complain about, so hi everyone. Thanks for joining. Oh, I see a lot of new names today. That's nice. Hello. And I see some familiar ones too. So I thought I would just, I had a little bit of time this week. My assistant actually hurt her foot. So she had to make an appointment. So I had a little extra time this week. And so I thought I would jump on here and talk to you all. So hi, Stacy. Hi, at cousins. I'm not sure how you want me to say that, but I see that you are here regularly. Ramirez. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. I don't usually catch you live, so I'm usually watching afterward. Oh, nice. Thanks, Beauty and Ink. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Good morning in Seattle. Hello. Thanks for joining. Hi, everyone. What a nice way to start the day. Oh, thanks. Thanks for being here with me. Any suggestions for this Mercury retrograde? Yeah, of course, I think the big thing that people freak out about is like if they have a big thing coming up, like they're buying a house or they're getting a new apartment or they're, they're going to an interview or they're starting a new job. So those things are unavoidable, right? We still have to go do those things. So I think just being as prepared as possible and doing things as early as possible. So if you have any, if you have paperwork you're behind on, things that you need to submit, get ahead on work. I always make sure work is super organized. I take a couple of weeks before Mercury retrograde and make sure that I am way ahead on all my supplies. That all my paperwork is really straight. I don't leave I take all precautions. I don't leave anything to chance. So, I don't wait. If I can do something ahead of time, I do it. I'm like that in general. But I don't put things off. So just be as prepared as possible. I hope that helps you a little bit. And also just remember, another thing is communication. It's a really hard time. People often get hurt feelings and are more emotional, tend to take things personally during Mercury retrograde. So just try to remember that. Try not to criticize other people. If people criticize you, just sort of try to let it roll off your back and, chalk it up to everybody's just overly sensitive during that time and communication breaks down. So I think the biggest thing is to not prepare. Get your ducks in a row. Make sure you can get ahead on anything that you can get ahead on. Don't leave paperwork or bills unpaid. Try to get ahead on that if you can, and try not to take things personally during Mercury retrograde, because I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of arguments. I always get a lot of clients having like lovers' quarrels, with their partner, Mercury retrograde, because somebody said something and it wasn't meant to be snarky, but you feel like it was snarky, so then you have to react. So just try not to react, right? Try to be in control of your emotions instead of you letting them control you. So just try to be aware and sensitive to those things. If you prep a little bit ahead of time, a week ahead of time or 2 weeks ahead of time, if you can, and you start thinking about these things, just keep them in mind so you're aware. Just be present. Hi, everyone. Get hit by the storm Sunday night, Stacy. We're supposed to have an ice storm here. It wasn't too bad here. It was mostly hit north of here. So I'm not sure where you're at, but we were supposed to have a bad ice storm. We're supposed to have, I think they're calling for a couple more storms anyway. We've been having really severe weather where I'm at. So hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. Looks like maybe we're stuck. Are you guys doing anything to prepare for the retrograde? You're in the Pinky area. Okay. I'm lower than that. I'd have to show you on this, wait, no, this hand for you. I'm over here. So this is how, this is how people in Michigan identify where they live. They use their hand. In case y'all didn't know that. I haven't lived here my whole life, but I've lived here a large portion of it. So, are you prepping to get ready for Mercury retrograde? Are you guys getting ahead on stuff? And, I think prepping emotionally is a really big thing, as well as, financially and, physically and, being prepared. So, hi everyone. Thanks for joining. We also have a new moon the day before Mercury retrograde, or yeah, I think it's the day before. So I think it's like next Tuesday, which is I think that's great. So I think that's a great alignment of energy, and I think it's a good time to use that new moon to get ready for that big Mercury push. So you're going to be cleaning, Stacy. Yep, that's a great thing to do. Always good to clean out your space. Always good to clean out your sacred space. Bless it, consecrate it, keep it fresh, get the funk out. That's always a good thing to do. Hi, everyone. I don't have any, we have new moon readings going on right now in the shop, and Mercury retrograde readings going on. Today is the prosperity service. If anybody is interested, today is my little mini group prosperity service that I do monthly. And next week I'll be having a Mercury retrograde service too. So if you feel like you could use a little boost to help you get through Mercury retrograde, a lot of people have really great results with that service. So hi everyone, thanks for joining. Cleaning here, also opening up avenues for new positive energy to come in. That's a great thing to do. I think it's important just not to be scared of the retrograde, right? Just and be proactive, be prepared, and not be, don't be fearful. That's not going to help anything, right? Having anxiety and having that, that tense energy about something, that's certainly not going to help things go more smoothly. That will make things worse. So try to relax and ride it out. Try not to make any huge decisions during that time if you don't have to. Try not to, randomly break up with your partner. I would wait till that's over if you guys have to discuss something big. So, hi everyone. Thanks for joining. I actually put some makeup on today for you guys. So, the hair is a mess, but but I threw some makeup on. So I put a little effort into it. What is everyone working on magically or spiritually right now? Do you guys have are you doing maintenance work right now, or do you have anything big you're pushing for? Anybody have any new opportunities or big or new things on the horizon coming up? I just got a ton of little hearts. That's nice. Hi everyone, thanks for joining. So we're just talking about Mercury retrograde and the new moon coming up and what everybody might be working on. How do you work with people that were murdered? I had a friend that was killed a month ago in spirit work. How can he help me out? I don't know if I am best suited to answer that question for you, Ramirez. I think that in general, ancestor spirit work, you're going to start leaving offerings. So candles are typically used to light the way for the spirit or the soul to help open a pathway of communication to reach you. And then also offerings. So it's usually when working with deceased that I would know, I would leave offerings of citrus out. Because it is said that the dead really like citrus, so like oranges, and water, glasses of water, because it's said that the dead are always thirsty. So I would begin leaving offerings, and the candle, the food, the water, and especially if it's somebody that you knew, leave out his is it a he we're talking about? Yeah. I would leave out some of his favorite things. Maybe you know his favorite foods or his favorite items, or maybe he liked a certain sports team, or maybe he liked a certain kind of music, or think about those things and leave those out for him. Treat him like he is still around you, because he is. So if you start acknowledging his spirit is around and, leaving these things out that are representative of his energy and his life, things that he enjoys, then that will certainly help enhance the spirit, the connection. So, oh, thank you, Yemaya. I appreciate it. It's kind of a mess today. I didn't really do anything. Honestly, I rolled out of bed like that. But I did put makeup on for you guys. So, Ramirez, I hope that helps you. I was a little confused by your question in the beginning because you spoke about your friend being murdered. So I thought maybe you were specifically talking about spirits of people who have been murdered. And by the way, I'm very sorry for the loss of your friend. So my condolences, and I wish you much speedy healing and blessings to you. Hi, everyone. So that was an interesting question about working with, people who are close to us that are deceased. I lost my grandmother, who was my mother. She raised me for a large portion of my life in December. So that was, I understand that is a difficult thing when you lose someone close. So I think most of us have experienced that, by a certain point in our life. It's just, unfortunately, it's just how the dice roll. So, hi everyone, thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys being here on a Wednesday afternoon. What's afternoon for me? What is it here? 1:10 here. So, where are you guys from? I'm in the U.S. Are most of you in the U.S. here, or what countries are you from? That I'm always curious to know. I have my largest demographic for my my website is used to be a lot of California, but now it's mostly New York. So I have a lot of that's where the largest amount of my sales are at, is on the East Coast now. The level of guidance that our ancestors give us after they pass is amazing. Yes, I agree. Oh, hi in Canada. Hi in Texas. Hi in India. Thank you for joining. What is your advice for health spells or healing the body? That's probably not. I've been really, unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, knock on wood. Fortunately, I've been blessed to not have health issues. I'm not on any type of medication or anything like that. I'm also very strict about my diet and exercise, so that's probably part of it, because I have a lot of disease in my family that my other members of my family have. So I'm probably not the best person to give advice on health and healing work, simply because I just don't practice a lot of it, and I haven't practiced a lot of it for other people. If I'm doing healing work for clients, it's usually after a traumatic event. So it's usually dealing with people who have PSTD or really, really traumatic things that have happened to them that we're working through. We're working through those big traumas. So, but there are other workers. Miss Melinda would probably be more experienced in that than I am. She may do more healing work than I am. So you are welcome to. She's on Instagram too. You can look her up. So she may be able to give you some better advice on that. I guess it would probably. Obviously, I'm sure you don't want to go into your health here in a public forum, but it would help if I knew what exactly the health issue was. So if that's something that you want to email me about, there's an email button in my bio, and you can just click on that and send me an email if you want to talk about that further when we're, in a private forum. What do you do to avoid taking on client conditions and quick protection for yourself when you heal with your clients? I think that just sort of comes along with being a seasoned practitioner. I'm very careful about my space and what I allow in it and what spirits I work with. And I do take regular cleansing precautions each day. I cleanse with Palo Santo. I put up barriers of brick dust. I do regular cleansings outside with incense. Sage is not really my thing. I've gone over that before. I'm not super, there's times I use sage, but I'm not super crazy about it. But I think it's really, another thing is knowing what client cases to accept. At this point, after 20 years, I've gotten to be, and just my educational background, I've gotten to be a very good read of what I'm getting myself into. So I'm very picky about who I have as my clientele. So I think that's the first thing, is being able to see if somebody is not maybe telling you the whole truth about a situation, if they're manipulating you, if they're trying to manipulate someone else rather than truly fix the situation. So I think that is the first step, is to be really aware of who and what you're dealing with situation wise. But, prior to work, I do a cleansing of my space. I ask that only, protective spirits be here to aid me in my work, and that any, residual energy that the client, sometimes they have things going on with their situation that they aren't even aware of. They're having these emotions and this energy that they're not even really aware of, that's sort of projecting. So I try to, put a boundary up against that too, whether they're aware or unaware. So I use a bowl of water with alum, camphor, indigo, and iron nails. That's an awesome recipe. That's a great formula. Yeah, that's perfect. Do you communicate with spirits? I do. I don't know. I don't hear them audibly often, but I personally believe I have to communicate with spirits for my work, because they're the ones helping me with the work to serve my clients. So I am very aware of and in touch with, I guess, that realm, if you want to use that term. So I should have grabbed my water. I drink so much water. I feel like I'm going to turn into a mermaid sometimes. I drink so much water. Can you communicate with spirits to get rich? No, I don't really think spirits care about you being rich. So, no. Sorry. That's not, if I communicate with spirits, it's to help people on other levels, like maybe if they needed employment, or maybe a promotion at work, a raise at work, things like that. That's a little bit different than what I would call, get rich. I think, sometimes people want to just win the lottery or something by some, it's like rubbing a lamp and a genie's going to come out and, like shower you with money. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Plus I think being rich may not be all that it's said to be. Any plans to travel to India? I'd love to show you around the culture. I would love to go to India. My husband spent a month there. I'm sure someday I will make it there. Absolutely. It is on the list. We are both avid travelers, and we've just recently we took our children on their first big trip. So they did great. It was like a 7-hour plane ride, and they did great. So, yeah, that is our goal, is to try to, experience as much of the world as we can with our children, so they get to know other cultures and respect other cultures, and see new things other than just what's right here, so they realize what's out there, what's to be appreciated about this world. So please do hit me up. I'd love to host you and your family anytime. That is so sweet of you. That is really sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me see. This dang light, it goes out every time. I don't know if it really helps or not. It helps a little bit, I think. I don't know what is up with that thing. It's like a dud. Got a dud light. It's like it's got a timer on it or something, but there's no dang timer anywhere. So, can you break black magic? Well, I don't care for the term black magic. A lot of people would say what I do is black magic. I think all magic is gray, because you're manipulating things, whether it's for something good that you want or for something bad you want to happen, right? So either way, it's manipulation. So I don't really believe in black magic. I guess I would have to know what you're saying. Like, are you saying somebody is using black magic on you? Or I guess I would need more information about that question in order to answer it. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Stepping out of your culture shows you how to value your own. That's a very good way to look at it. That's a very deep thought. Absolutely. I'm trying to see the person who was talking about black magic, if they're talking about it being on, oh yes, I see it's Jay there. Um, that is something we would probably want to do a consultation about. And you can email me. There's an email button in my bio, in my Instagram bio. And I would need to know what symptoms you're experiencing to so we can sort of get to the bottom of this, what's going on. So that's, if you want to email me, I would be happy to speak with you about it. I just don't have enough information right now to give you an informed answer. I feel like black magic is a racist term. Usually the black magic people refer to are from ATRS. I think well, that's always been prevalent in history, right? Black was always considered bad. That is a known thing. There's a million um, there's a million psychological and sociological tests out there that prove that, that they could show people, one thing that's white and one thing that's black, and they pick the white thing. That's been ingrained in us, right? Unfortunately. So yes, I would tend to agree with you that, people associate the term black magic more with African traditions. I mean, I think it's, and also, Satanism and things like that. So it's not just that. You hear it definitely in other sects of, magic and spiritual traditions. But my money is completely blocked. Okay, well, Jay, that's something we can certainly speak about that in a consultation. So if you feel like emailing me, we can talk about why you feel that way and what you think the cause of that would be. Or maybe you think the cause of that is this magic that's been, maybe you think that's what's been done to you by being performed against you. Hello, Midnight by Verbena. I think you were on yesterday because I recognize that name, Verbena. That's a lovely herb. I love verbena. Hi everyone. So we're just chit-chatting, random questions, there's all kinds of interesting topics coming up. Oh yeah, I thought that was you. Nice to see you again. Thank you for joining again. We were talking about black magic and all kinds of things. I was just talking about how I don't really I don't care for that term. I'm not going to say I hate anything. I don't hate anything. But I just don't really have hate in my body. But I don't like the term black magic. So, oh, thanks for being here. Like I said, a lot of people would say what I do is black magic, with doing, separation work or lost and away work or burial work or things like that. And it's like I said, that's a really oversimplified term. It's oversimplified and it's just antiquated. Can you make a video on your YouTube about your updated Altar tour for 2019? Yeah, I could probably do that. I will. I have a list of ideas that I keep, and I'll write it down right now. Altar tour 2019. There, I wrote it down right there. So, yeah, I will keep that I've got a little stack of topics for YouTube videos. I don't get on there a whole lot anymore. I've sort of been trying this venue out. But I don't know if this reaches as many people because it's only available for 24 hours. I do have my IGTV on here, though, that has some videos on it. So I'm starting to do that, too. Hi, everyone. Just got some new people in. So, yeah, I'll absolutely do that. It does evolve. You can see it back there. There's a little maintenance work going on right now for myself personally. It certainly evolves. It's probably evolved since the last time I did I don't even know if I've done a YouTube video on that. I think I've done some of the things on my altar, but not everything. I don't even remember if I've done a video on that. If I did, it was so long ago, it's probably not even relevant anymore. If I can't remember it, right? Hi, everyone. We were just going over Mercury retrograde and the new moon coming up and talking about your altars are lovely. Thank you. Thank you. I think after a while, you sort of, it's like an extension of you, right? You have your own style with your hair and your makeup and your jewelry and your clothes, and so your altar is like that too. It's just an extension of you, a reflection of your style. It gets to take on its own style, its own personality. Could you save the live videos and add them to your Instagram? I've tried to figure out how to do that. I was trying to figure out how to do that yesterday, and I don't know how to do it yet. I'll Google it. Because I don't know a lot about how this stuff works, so I spend a huge amount of my day in front of a computer just because my work is online, but that doesn't mean I know a lot about online. The online. Who is my go-to deity? I would say, I don't know if I'd call her a deity, but certainly a spirit and a saint, because she was canonized, is Marie Laveau. That's who I have I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see. Well, you guys all know what my altar looks like. You can see her back there in her red Tignan. So, yeah, that's I'm a devotee of Marie Laveau, so, that would be she's pretty much the center of everything and who I go to first. You have to start screen record while you go live. Oh, I wonder, I'm going to have to look that up, huh? I'll have to figure out how to do that. Thanks. I got to figure out what button, I guess, makes it go. Yeah, I'll try to see that. I'll try to do that. Screen record, huh? What are your thoughts on initiation collectors? People who get initiations just for titles. Well, I guess I wasn't really aware there was such a thing, but there could be, I suppose. I don't know if you're going through the work, right? And you're getting the initiations. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think one of my biggest pet peeves is people who lack humility or people who brag. That's really not attractive to me. That is about the worst quality I can think of when I'm meeting someone. So if they're collecting them just to sort of, you meet people and they're like, oh, I'm, Dr. so-and-so or whatever, and you're just out to dinner. It's like, you're not at a doctor appointment. It's like, you didn't need to tell me that. But, obviously they worked hard for that title and they feel like they should be able to say that, and they paid all the money and they did all the work and they did all the studying and they devoted years and years and years to their life. So, shouldn't they be able to use that title? Yeah. I guess it would just depend. It would depend on the person. If they were constantly throwing those around, that would probably turn me off with them personality-wise. But nothing wrong with getting initiated, and I guess it depends. What kind of initiations are we talking about? Are we talking about things that really disagree with each other, like or things all sort of in the same realm? I don't know. I would just. People who are so boastful and snotty about it is a big turnoff. Yeah, it's like, well, what was the reason you did it for then? Did you do it to be able to talk about it, or did you do it to be able to help people with your education, your initiation process? That's what where's your motive lie? That's what's important to me, right? Where does your motive lie? So, hi everyone. We've got a few people joining in. It also depends on what you're going to do after your initiation. It's true. Whether, you're going to use it to, if you're, using it for your own private thing, I'm very private about that sounds crazy because there's a gazillion pictures of me online. But, I keep my personal practice quite private because it's for me. It's not for the world. So, it just depends. There's something to be said about people who have to do something and then just tell everybody about it, and so I'm not That's usually, for me, that's a, like I said, that's just a personality trait that I don't jive with well. Hi everyone, thanks for joining. There's quite a few of you on here. It's nice to read the comments and your questions. It's the world we live in, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm the people in my community aren't like that at all. So I think it all just depends who you surround yourself with. So I just prefer to stay, private about that type of thing. But it's nothing that says that, if people want to be public about it, they can be public about it. And if they want to, write every title after their name that they have, so be it. Whatever. What's a discontinued product of yours you want to bring back? Ooh, wow, what a good question. If I could bring back, if I had the time, I used to make, I used to make Orisha dolls. And if I could have the time, or I sewed these Mojo hands, I would love to have the time to do those again. But I'm not going to say unfortunately. I'm very fortunate that the site is as busy as it is, and I just had to make room for things that more people purchase rather than those really highly specialized custom items. So I'm glad you like the French bracelet oil. That's one of my favorites. That's a great formula. It's a very it's not your typical formula, and it's just so good for healing and relationships, and yeah, it's really great. And I really like the scent too. It's so unique. I don't want to give away what's in it that makes that makes it smell that way. Not to be rude, but yeah, it's a great formula. I love it. So healing and supportive and energizing, and just really promotes really healthy growth in your relationship, and releasing things that need to be released. And hi everyone. Yeah, so we were just chatting about all kinds of different things. So if anybody has anything they want to chat about, go ahead and put it on there. Um, Can you recommend the best items for reconciliation? Was thinking to get a Mojo bag, but unsure. I have a reconciliation oil on the site that I would recommend. And I would probably, if you do candle work, I would definitely recommend either the Lovers candle that's on the heart base, that's the male and female figure together on the heart base, or a pink female candle and a pink male candle. I would use the French bracelet oil is good for that. The reconciliation is good for that. There's also one called Erzuli Femme Blanche. That's a very good one. That's good for really healing and releasing old emotional debts and old emotional baggage and trauma, even stuff that goes way back that we don't even really think about affecting our relationships. So those are some great items for that. Mojo bag is also great too. I don't want to dissuade you from that. I offer a custom Mojo option on my site, and that's what I would recommend that you go with, is a custom one, because then I could create it for you and your partner with you and your partner's information. So you got to keep your proprietary formulas close to the belt. No shame in that. Yes, thank you. Thank you for understanding that. I wanted to tell you guys what was in it. I almost did. And then I was like, wait a minute. Probably shouldn't do that. It's probably not good marketing. Good. I'm glad that helped you. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sovereign, Earth Song, Midnight Cowboy. So many fun names on here. It's cracking me up. Yeah, so we're just hanging out, talking about spiritual products and Mercury retrograde and all kinds of stuff. New moon, black magic. I get that email pretty regularly. I would say once or twice a week, I'll get an email that says, "Do you practice black magic?" And I'm like, oh my God, I have to like answer. It's like, because there's no short answer, right? So I have to write back like a paragraph to this person. And they probably don't even realize what they're asking or what they're getting into. But I try to answer everyone to the best of my abilities. Once in a while, I don't answer an email, but it's because it'll just be something like totally off the wall and ridiculous. So, but I 99.9% of them I answer. I've got like 3 email accounts plus the DMs, which I prefer people not use, but they do use it. And then Facebook Messenger on my business page, and it's a lot to keep track of, you know. But I love to communicate. I love talking to people, so it's not it's a lot to keep track of, but I don't mind it. I've always enjoyed talking with people. I'm a pretty social person, so hi everyone. It goes down with the DM. It goes down in the DM. Yeah, I'm not a big DM person because I get a lot of really off the wall messages in there. So just people looking for just the craziest things. So same when I do tarot, I had to create a FAQ because of the same question if tarot is demonic. Right. I have an FAQ page too on my site, and I send that link out probably 20 times a day to people because I just can't take the time to answer all those basic questions over and over and over. Isn't that funny? They were probably raised in a Christian household, I'm assuming, if they think that tarot's demonic. Those are the only people I know who think that, or people who are raised like really strict Christian. So, karma on a breakup spell. Are you asking me? Are you asking a question about that? I'm uncertain how to take that comment. Yeah, that's so funny. I'm so glad I wasn't raised thinking like that, you know, to just be so fearful of things. I really wasn't. I just didn't really have that in my upbringing to be afraid of other cultures or practices or beliefs or traditions or spiritualities or religions. So, you know, I just didn't have it. So I guess I lucked out in that aspect. Yeah, that was yours, Coco Rose. The karma on the breakup spell comment. I wasn't sure what exactly you were asking there. If there is karma on a breakup spell. Yes, asking if there's karma if you break a couple with magic. I think if you're not a seasoned practitioner, you should not be attempting that work. It depends on the reason the breakup is occurring. Are we trying to break up people because one person is abusing the other person? Are we trying to break up the people because the one person is neglecting another person, or is neglectful to their children, or harmful to their children, or they're, you know, it's one is maybe using the other person, manipulating them? I would need to know. I would need to know that. Those are the types of breakup spells that I'm comfortable doing. I don't have any problem doing that. I think that a couple is better apart after doing some divination and some, you know, consultations. Then I think that there's also, you know, you have to do. It's not that simple. That's why I say if you're not a seasoned practitioner, I don't think you should be doing it, because what you're essentially doing, you're not forcing anything. You're asking the universe to intervene. You're asking the spirits and the powers that be to intervene and to bring what is best to these people. Sometimes that's a breakup, right? So it's not about just destroying two people's lives and ripping two people apart. We're talking about what's genuinely best for them is what we're asking to restore to their lives. So I'm raised Catholic, but from a liberal standpoint. Yeah, it looks like a lot of you were able to, you know, grow up pretty open, you know, belief-wise. So that's good. A childish high school, but people are adults. Okay. Do you have a recharge practice you use after spellcasting you can share? I like to, once I have set everything up and worked on, I think it's important. Not I only take so many clients a day. For one, I only do so many workings a day, and I schedule those astrologically, so I have those astrological influences also helping me. So what it is really like the preparation, so you're not totally drained. So you don't do too much work in a day, and you align the work on the proper days, so you have that energy helping you. So it's not just you. You're working as a vessel, of course, but it's not just you. You have other things that you've used, proper tools, proper formulas, proper altar setup, all of these things, right? So it's like going into something prepared versus unprepared. If you're, you're going to go, I'm trying to think of a good example here. Like you're going to go scuba diving, well, then you have all your scuba gear on. You don't just take off with nothing on. You're not going to be able to go do it. So you have to be really prepared. And then afterwards, once everything is set and I've worked for it a certain amount of time, I give myself an allotted time per day. And then after that, I've got to be done with it. And I have to take time to go be with my family, do a little cleansing, do a little cooking, get back to my own life. You have to have it is all one. This is what I do every day for a living, all day. I talk to people all day, sometimes till 10 o'clock at night, but you have to make separate time for other things. It can't just be about that. You've got to do it and then not necessarily forget about it, but get away from it for a minute. Just remove yourself so you're not constantly leeching. It's not constantly leeching energy out of you. You have to decide and learn how to turn your energy off and on, which just comes with practice. It just comes with practice. But yeah, it's after a big day of work, I normally just try to chill out for the rest of the day. Maybe get some exercise, take a walk, get outside, regroup, ground, regenerate, and then just sort of chill out with my family and read a book or something. Just real simple, but removing myself from it. This is the set time for this, and now that's over with, and I will go back to it tomorrow. So I can be recharged for tomorrow. I would love an altar tour, pretty please. Yeah, we were just talking about that, me doing a YouTube video about that, or maybe I'll do one on here and on there. We'll see if I can manage it. We'll see if I can manage it. Will you go back to purple hair? Probably at some point. I'll probably go back to the lavender. I don't think I'll go back to the dark purple for a while. I'm sticking with the pastels for a while. I'm really digging those. But I'm vacillating now between what I call toothpaste. This is what I would call toothpaste, or maybe Listerine color. So I vacillate between like a minty green, a toothpaste, and like a really light lavender, back and forth. So I'm in the toothpaste phase right now. Aquafresh, we'll call it. My Aquafresh hair. You eat so well. I love all your food you post on Instagram. Oh, thanks. Thank you. It was so funny. I post those food pictures to sort of inspire people, not to be like, you need to eat better, stop eating junk, but just to like give people ideas of things you can make at home. I'm not a good cook, but I've learned to do a few things well that are healthy, that are fast. So I do that just to show people, hey, you can do this in like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. It's not to be like, oh, eat what I eat. I'm not that way at all. I really don't care what people do. As long as you're not hurting anybody, I really don't care what you eat. So, but I do that just to sort of show people it can be quick. You can eat healthy really, quickly. And cheaply too nowadays. And then people are like, post your recipes, and I was like, that's weird because I can't even cook. But I'm trying now. I'm trying to post how I make things. So, you had Aquafresh hair. I think that's a toothpaste, right? Aquafresh. I started getting confused. Like maybe that was a deodorant. I think that's a toothpaste. Pretty sure. You can tell I don't use Aquafresh. Yeah, so I don't try to bombard my feed with food photos. But if I'm doing my meal prep for the week, I'll take a shot, just so people can maybe get an idea of what they can do at home. So I do. I have a very, I have a highly vegetable based diet. I might eat meat maybe once or twice a week. Probably like, yeah, once or twice a week. It's very, very rarely. Not that I'm pushing that diet on anybody. I'm just sharing a little bit of myself with you right now. That's all. I was never a big meat eater. I'm just not, it's just not my thing. Nothing against anybody who eats it. I cook it for my husband and my son. It's my daughter's vegetarian, but I don't have anything against anybody's diet. For me, it's very important. I've got to take care of myself physically, or I really don't think I would be able to do this job. It's just you wouldn't think that it's physically demanding, but it is. So I have to really be in good shape. I try to exercise 3 times a week at least. Get in at least an hour of exercise 3 times a week. I do running and weightlifting. So, and then be very careful about what I put into my body. So, I still drink. Like I'm not a saint. like I still drink alcohol and stuff. But it's just, that's just I try to, the majority of the time I try to be very careful about what I'm putting in my body. So, I think we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. I'll stay on here a few more minutes to hang out with you guys. You guys had some lovely comments and ideas today, and I really appreciate you sharing those. And hopefully I will be back on here. I don't think I'll be back on next Wednesday, because next Wednesday I get my hair done, and that is a very long process. So I will not be on. Maybe I'll get on live while I'm getting my hair done. We'll see. But that's like a half a day thing. So I can't, probably won't be jumping on. It's an investment. That is a major time investment. But I will try to, possibly Thursday. I think I have some time on Thursday. I've got to go drive my mom around, and that day, and then maybe I'll have some time on Thursday. I'll try to make a little announcement if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to be able to be on Thursday. We'll have a hair reveal. I don't think I'm going to change it much this time. I'm going to stay with the Aquafresh for a minute. So, yeah, I'm so tired after I get my hair done because I'm there for so long. I get done, I'm like, oh my God, I can't do anything for the rest of the day. I'm so tired. Yeah, it's been lovely talking with you guys. So I just want to wrap it up, maybe and hang around for just a bit, see if anybody else has anything they want to throw in real quickly. And then, like I said, I will try to be back on next Thursday. I'm going to try to figure out that screen record thing too. I don't know how the hell you do that. I'm looking at the buttons on here and I don't know how to do that. I don't want to shut this off accidentally either, so I don't know how to do it. I'm going to have to monkey around with that, but thank you for whoever gave me that tip, because I sure as hell didn't know about it. So, all right, guys, it looks like we're going to wrap up. I don't see anybody else coming on there. I feel like there might be a little lag in this today or something. So, okay, guys. Well, I'm going to sign off for the day. It was lovely. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Yemiya. I appreciate it. Yes, you have a good day too. Thank you. I hope you all have a good day and a great rest of the week and a great weekend, because I probably won't talk to you before the weekend. So have a lovely, restful weekend, or an adventurous weekend, or a fun weekend to going out, or whatever you want to do this weekend, you do it. So I'll have a great rest of the week. Thanks again for joining me and for all your lovely comments and ideas and thoughts. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.